2015. This year we've added an extra challenge, so you have 8 different ways to lose your money this year. Number 1, total points is a 25% payoff. Total picks, most weeks, high week are 15% payoffs. Survival, turkey shoot, bad Santa, and the 8-point game picks, they all pay 7.5% of the pool. 8 ways to lose your money this year. Important thing to know about rules are the tiebreakers. The tiebreaker is points first and then picks, except for a tie for points, and then it goes to picks first. That'd be the tiebreaker. Third tiebreaker will be high week for the year, up to the point that the tie needs to be broken. Fourth tiebreaker will be weeks 1 for the year. There's a special turkey shoot tiebreaker. I'll explain that when we get to the turkey shoot. The 8-point game will never be the Thursday game. Never. Will not be on Thursday. Here's an important thing about the 8-point game. Look, you don't get the 8-point game picked correctly, you will lose that game plus the other game from your picks. You'll lose all points associated with those games, and you're ineligible to win that week or the turkey shoot if we're in Thanksgiving week. Same rule will apply when we get to the Bad Santa Challenge, and you'll see that in a second. Just want to stress, the 8-point game, each week the Commissioner's Office will pick a designated game that you must place 8 confidence points on, no exceptions. Where do you find the 8-point game? We're going to post it on the overview. It'll be in the Commissioner's note on the overview page. Other things that you can get to from there are your group picks. You can see what everybody else has picked after the games have started, what the weekly performance is, a message board, which is here. You can post complaints, questions, ask questions, or you can just trash talk, whatever. That's where you're going to find it. Any disputes that arise, the Commissioner's Office will settle it. We'll come to an honest and fair outcome, but normally people don't like when it has to go to the Commissioner's Office, so stay on top of your game. Let me explain to you about the 8-point game. If we designate St. Louis and Detroit as the 8-point game, you have to put 8 confidence points on that. Now you see the games below it. New England, Tennessee, Atlanta, Kansas City. This year, those were tough picks. So you put 1 or 2 points on that. Well, this Ram-Lion game was probably the same way. What we try and do is find the game that is the toughest one to pick, that there's probably going to be a high split as to who's going to pick what team, and that's what we're going to designate as the 8-point game. It has to be picked. If you get it wrong, if you were to flip 2 of those picks and the 8-point game is in the wrong place, and then another point, the 1-point game was where the 8-point game, you lose picks for both those games, you lose points, and then you're ineligible to win the weekend. If you're in turkey shoot, you can't win that. Pay attention. We pay off on points. High points is the big winner. They're designated as the king or queen of the World of Pain this past season. Rarebird won. She's the reigning queen of pain. We pay off on picks. Total number of picks that you the winner is the 15% that we talked about. Remember, if you're tied on picks, you go to points as the first tiebreaker. And this year, Tony won both. We pay off on a high week. This year, the high week was 129. That's about as high as it gets. That was a great, great week. You can see other people in that column had in the 120s also. So that Linda pulled that one out, and she won 15%. Weeks 1. You keep track. You can see here on the board on the weekly performance. The ones that are in green are the ones that have won the week. Now those will stand unless somebody's been penalized or we've had to subtract points or whatever. But the Commissioner's Office will keep track of that. This will be pretty up to date. If not, it'll be posted in the message board. Survival. You get 3 strikes in our league. You get 3 strikes. You don't just get 1. You get 3 strikes. You can see Linda won this one. Elimination week was 16 for me, TK, and Patrick. And we all picked 3 different football teams. Linda ended up winning survival. The turkey shoot. That pays off at 7.5%. It takes place in week 12. And let me give you a quick roundup of what that is. So you're going to pick your games on Thanksgiving Day just as normal. The 8-point game will come later in the week. Of course, Thursday game will never be an 8-point game. And the team that you pick to win, well, the loser, so in this case, Texas and Detroit would be your turkey. If you pick Dallas to beat Washington, then Washington would be your turkey. And if you pick New England to beat the Jets, then the Jets would be your turkey. In order to win the turkey shoot, what you do is, number 1, is you add up all the points that you think your turkeys, the losing teams on Thanksgiving Day, are going to score, and you're going to email me that. or you'll email it to Nichelle. Now, on Monday of that week, Nichelle and I will exchange numbers ourselves so that we can continue to play in the game. So once we have exchanged our numbers, we will post that ours are in, they're in concrete, and then it's safe for you guys to send your numbers in. The deadline's going to be Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. What I will do is I'll get them posted on the message board, and you'll be able to go and see who's got what. As far as points, you can go then and see group picks to see who's got what picks. Now, here's the important thing to remember. Your turkey has to lose. So let's say if the Detroit and Texas game were the morning game, and your turkey is Detroit and they lose, you move on to the afternoon game. But if Detroit wins, your turkey wins, you're out. Then only the winners move that their turkeys have lost move on to the afternoon game. The afternoon game, again, your turkey has to lose, and to get to the evening game, once you get there, of course, your turkey has to lose. Who's ever left standing at the end of the night game, then we see what points they have. The closest one to predicting what their turkeys would score is the winner of the turkey shoot. It's a lot of fun. Another challenge that we have is Bad Santa. It pays off 7.5% also. There's no 8-point game, but there is a 12-point and a 2-point and a 5-point game. You got it to 12.25 for Christmas. It is Christmas week when we do the Bad Santa challenge, and you're not going to like the 12, 2, and 5-point picks that we make. We've added the 8-point game challenge this year. Whoever picks the most correct 8-point games at the end of the season wins. Now, of course, that would be at the end of the regular season. There are no 8-point games in the playoffs, and our league goes all the way through the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, the last 2 years, there's been several challenges decided on Super Bowl Sunday. So, of course, if someone's tied with most correct 8-point, then it goes to to points, and then to picks as far as tiebreakers. We've added a perfect week bonus. We had it last year in place. No one got it, but if a World of Painters should get a perfect week during a bye week, in other words, not a full schedule, not 16 games, then everybody's going to chip in $5 bonus from their pocket. It's not part of the buy-in. But if there's a perfect week from a full schedule, full slate of games of 16, you'll be rewarded with a $10 bonus from all the players. It comes from their pocket. We also have an extra that we've done for a lot of years. Some people want it, some people don't. You can see this year there were 5 people that wanted to do it. Even though the season goes through to the Super Bowl, at the end of the regular season when the playoffs start, we can do another side pool of just the playoff games, So you can kind of, if you want to, there's an extra one. If people want to do it, we take care of the math. So just remember, the commission's office has final say in all disputes. And that's not just me; it's myself and Nichelle, and we get help from Jim and Linda. We talk things over. We try and hash it out, make sure that it's fair to everybody. And if there's been that type of situation that came up over the years, we just apply that. But once it's done, once it's in the books, it's in the books. So luck to all. All bad luck, that is. Hope you have a miserable year. Welcome to the World of Pain 2015. Welcome back, everybody. Have fun.